Hello, you beautiful people. Why don't you come along with us today as we make some of our famous God's Gift, which is a nutty, creamy Scopexy flavour. Let's get it done. Right, so here we go, people. Starting off with the soya flour. Oh, I don't know if there's enough in this bag. Might have to open another bag. Too much? Here we go, perfect. That goes off into the dry powder mixer. And we'll do the semolina. So the soya we use is full fat soya. These are your main bulking ingredients. So you've got your semolina and your soya flour. Once these are in, we can get to the good stuff that makes God's Gift one of the powerhouses of the carpet industry. That's your semolina. Into the dry powder mixer that goes. Get some CLO. This CLO is designed for the God's Gift. Oh, get that in there. Can't beat a good bit of CLO. All the goodness that's in this is absolutely irresistible. That's that in there. Then we get onto the peanut proteins and the peanut meals. Look at that. Look at that. Roasted peanut meal. Loads of that in there. We do not skimp on products here. If you want to make the best, you've got to use the best. Oh, we'll get there eventually. As I told you, loads of this goes in. There we go. And that's not it for the nut. We've got some more. So here's peanut protein, absolute gorgeous. Get that in there, again loads of that. Just keep on scooping her in. Oh. I'll tell you, there's not many companies out there that will show you their base mix being put together. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you the amounts it goes in at, but I will tell you the ingredients. Right now, as I said before, God's Gift is a creamy nut. So all this milk protein, loads of milk protein in there. Give it that really nice creamy flavour and smell. Loads of that in there. There she goes. Loads of that in there. It's no good just putting a flavour in there. You need to put the ingredients in there to back it up. Right, that's off to the powder mixer. You know, don't be tricked by them cheaper baits that are just using fragrances to make it smell right. Use the companies that are actually using the products to make the bait right. So, now, look at this. So we use a lot of crushed hemp here at Bailey's. So this is pre-cooked and then crushed. Hemp is an extremely powerful attractant. Anyone in the game knows it. So we had loads of it. And it just keeps going, look. It just keeps going. No point in skimping on your products. Oh, it's still going. It's still going. There we go. That is the hemp in there. Alright, get the last few bits to go in. Zero that scale off. So this is whey protein, 80% protein, boost that protein content up. But just keep it going in there. It's a bit dusty, but we need to send that protein content through the roof. I reckon I'm going to have to open another bag. we go. Perfect. Is that protein content boosted? Two seconds, my calculator's disappeared on me. Right, so the next thing in there is betaine. Betaine, when it comes to an attractant, is an absolute beast. It's not cheap at all. But we don't hold back. In it goes. It's another bag empty. And then last but not least, little trick, MSG. Helps balance out that flavour, gives it an increased sweetness, and you do not need a lot of it at all. This is one of them products where less is more. If you overpower it with that, they won't want to know. Right, so that is everything in there. I'll get back to you as soon as we're mixing. Alright, so here we are. Them last bits we just weighed out, going into the dry powder mixer. Yes, it is just a cement mixer, easiest and quickest way of doing it. We use like a little plastic sheet over the top. And then a modified bungee up around the top of there. That's where I ping myself in the face and everyone laughs at me. Tighten that up all the way round, otherwise this thing does make a hell of a mess in an enclosed space. Run that round, get her started, let her run for 5 minutes. Alright, so here we go. All that lovely base mix we just made into the hopper mixer. Goes. Look at that. All that goodness. And she goes. Turn them mixing arms on. Now, look at all this. Pure egg. In here, you've got a little bit of flavouring, some essential oils, whole egg, got a whole load of Himalayan fine dust in here. But most of this is pure fresh eggs, including all that shell. Get all that in there as well. God, you can't argue with that. And let her mix away. 20 minutes, she'll be ready. And that is her ready. Let's start sticking her out the gun. Take 3 and action. And here we go, she is off and running. Got a couple of little technical difficulties. But she is off and running. Wow, look at that tray of goodness. And here's the magic touch. On goes the Nutri Dust. Lovely thick coating. And that will be the God's gift complete. Oh, just look at that. Beautiful. Now be off to the drying room. So there you go. This is our Nutri Dust. You can see plenty of food particles in there, a lot of betaine in there, a lot of crushed Himalayan rock salt, a few other goodies. There's L-lysines in there, there's a bit of everything in there, a bit of MSG. How could a fish resist that? Gives you instant attraction. So, once they've been steamed and been Nutri Dusted, they get whisked off to the drying room / packaging room. And there we go. She's all sitting there. So she's got the fans blowing over her. She's also temperature controlled, humidity controlled, dehumidifier down there, which is all controlled by that smart controller. Keeps it at the perfect temperature, keeps it at the perfect humidity. So in conclusion, that was a quick 100 kilos in the morning to get us through. So we're using the best ingredients in the game, rolling them to perfection, steaming them to perfection, dusting them to perfection, and drying them to perfection, and getting them out to use guys and girls. And that is how we are changing the game. Best, freshest bait in the industry, without doubt. Everything's made to order. Can't beat that.